her big launch, for her big launch, she said that, I have 11 persons on confirmed for my launch. And one of the business partners turned to her and said, well, I had 32. That young lady went out and got 41 more because she was like, you're not going to outdo me. So it was, we were able to see the camaraderie, and they were able to learn from each other, not just in a vacuum by ourselves. So that was awesome, awesome. And we were able to get, within that span, our business grew. We personally had 3 sponsored. Within the team, we had an additional 4, and then we had 4 people who signed up for convention.
Yep.
So, and it's still going because we have a list of follow-ups to do and enrollments to do. So it is awesome.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's the work. That's the work. I am going to check before I leave here. Director Roan, did you make it back? Are you on audio?
I made it back, but can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. If you just
Okay, I'm not
want
gonna take long. Thanks,
Okay.
Dorian, but when I hear big events, 2 words come to mind in terms of what's in it for you. The first word is multiplier. It multiplies your belief, your knowledge, and your money. And the second word that comes to mind when I hear big events is investment. And you know me, I wrote it down because I was really looking at investment is primarily made to obtain an additional source of income or to gain profit from an investment over a specific period of time. So like Director Joyner has really talked about, we really have to stretch people because they don't know what they don't know. And it's our responsibility to say, you need to get out, not because we do it, it's for you and for your team. And I'm just really proud. Not only did they grow in the Virgin Island, but of course we are a multiple, we know people everywhere. So people all over, we were in St. Thomas, but St. Croix, leadership there came, learned, saw, added to the whole experience, is going back. Things are blowing up on St. Croix. I mean, yes, it was quite a sacrifice to come to St. Thomas, but I'm willing to do it again in any other place where we are growing. So it's a good thing. Big events.
Big events, big events. All right. And lastly, I want to head up to that screen that has all of those people there that yelled out Virginia, Newport News. I believe you have one of my directors over there holding her hostage. Very good, very good. I want to introduce this lady. She also is from Los Angeles, California, but she is in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, Newport News, Virginia, the Tidewater area, and she's spending some time with her team. What I want y'all to see is people are getting back out, and we're getting in living rooms. We're showing up on the islands. We are having those big events, and you want to capitalize on it. But one star director, heart of gold, clearly helping people, clearly having fun. Just what would you like to add to this discussion about big events and about just doing the work and enjoying the team?
First, it's always a pleasure. It's such a pleasure to come out. And I was telling the team here to actually, we've seen each other on Zoom. We've seen each other 18 months ago in some cases or so, but to actually get in front of each other and actually see each other, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different energy, a whole different vibe. And that's the exact same thing about going to a big event. It is a different vibe. It's a different feeling from a Zoom. It's a different feeling from maybe your meeting that you had or just your 2 or 3, because there's other people there. And what we always talk about is energy, the energy that we all bring to the table. And to be able to be around positive, focused, committed, integrity, that kind of energy, what Director Joyner said, it's not about me, it's about you. I want you to experience it because I know that when you experience it, it changes you. And so that's the whole thing. I love these ladies behind me. You can see them all. We are masterminding. We are getting it. We're having an event on Saturday and Sunday, private business receptions. And it is, you're right. It's going, I can't explain it. Once again, you have to be there. But the commitment from all of us is to help each other learn, grow, have fun, but to grow in our finances, to grow in our personal freedoms that we all said we wanted. But that's our commitment. And I believe we all will keep our commitments to each other. And that's part of what the big event is. That's all I have to say.
That's wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. The big events, the camaraderie, all of that. And when you are in person like that, when you have that time, you're going to develop that inner circle. That inner circle is going to expand, and you will explode in the process. Your business, I will say, will explode because you have that inner circle. So that's a whole topic for that's another day, but I just want to get that concept. And it starts with those relationships. And many of us met at big events. Many of us met in those living rooms. Many of us met at those conventions. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want to put it, any other closing comments from my directors on this topic in particular? Anything else you want to add? Okay. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All righty. It is time to, let's see. I'm going to switch it. I'm going to do the, no. We'll do the normal way. We want to welcome the new people to the team. We want to hear about any promotions that happen. So I want to call on all of my goal builders or directors at this time. We want to welcome everyone, and I am going to start it out because this young lady, she just put in this person just a few hours before our call, and I want to congratulate Skylar Jackson for sponsoring Miss Cassandra Arnold, who happens to be on the call. So welcome to the team, welcome, welcome. And any other goal builders, I want to hear about your team members and any promotions.
Well, good evening again. I would like to say welcome to the team, Fiola Alexander, who was sponsored by Wendy Wheeler out of St. Croix. And then Fiola Alexander, about 2 seconds afterwards, sponsored her sister, Denise Nicholas from St. Croix. Welcome.
Good evening. This is Stormy out of St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. I'd like to welcome to the team Rhonda Sung out of Houston, Texas, personally sponsored by Giselle Flavia out of St. Croix.
Awesome, welcome.
Hi, Director Dawkins. This is Sherelle again. I would like to welcome Ms. Tamika Galloway out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, personally sponsored by me.
Welcome, welcome.
Good evening, Director Dawkins. Naima Gentry out of Fayetteville, Georgia. I would like to welcome Natalie McKinney. She also lives in the Atlanta area, and she is personally sponsored by me.
Welcome, welcome. She came to the Super Saturday and signed up.
Well, great evening. I would like to introduce my newest business partner. His name is Sean Hunter out of the Atlanta market. Welcome, Sean.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. This is Michelle Simpson in Williamsburg, Virginia, and I'd like to congratulate and welcome Dr. Carnay Simpson, who is originally from Hampton, Virginia, but she now resides in Houston, Texas, personally sponsored by me.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi, this is Ruby Carrot, and I don't know what's wrong with my camera that you can't see me, but I have onboarded Rebecca Granados Diaz yesterday. She is here. She goes by Becky Diaz. If you see her name, her pictures are not on her, but she's excited to be part of the travel agency industry.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Who else? Any other new team members or promotions? Going once?
I'm coming. Um,
Okay.
I just want to make sure that we recognize, and if we get it already last week, that's great. Giselle Flavius sponsored Rhonda Sung out of Texas. She might have been acknowledged last week. And then Kamisha Tinnen sponsored Franchika Knight out of Dallas, Texas. So just checking.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. All right. Then I am going to head into our announcements. And we've got some announcements. I'm going to start with the first one here. I'm super excited about this. IntelliTravel says, you know what, we have come off of a pandemic, and many last year this time, well, before last year this time, but at the beginning, people were calling and saying, can you put my account on hold? You know, and they had to cancel it because there was no real system for that. Well, this week they said, you know what, if you have anybody on credit hold, or if they cancel, even if they had used their forgiveness, they can come back. They're going to waive all of those past fees, and they can come in for the current month at $39.95. And then you can update your Planet Marketing as well. And guess what? For $60, you're back in business, no matter how long you've been gone. So you can go back. If you were here day one and you had somebody on credit hold or cancel back then, that person can come back and get started again. And what an amazing time to come back with so much happening. So we're taking advantage of that. And the next 7 days, we have a team blitz going on, which means for the next 7 days, those reactivations, but we're also going to include the new. So this qualifies for both. If you go back and you have people on credit hold and you get to reactivate them this month, if you do 3 of them, you're going to get a reward of $25. If you do 6 of them, you're going to get a reward of $50. And if you do 9, go gold again, you're going to get a reward of $100. Well, we have to be fair, right? So if you didn't have anybody on credit hold, you just got started today, guess what? There's a reward for you too. If you personally sponsor 3 people, there's a $25 reward. If you personally sponsor 6, there's a $50 reward. And if you personally sponsor 9, that's going gold, it's a $100 reward. All of this is personally from me, and you have to be underneath my downline. So if I do have guests on the line, because sometimes we have our guests on other sideline partners, you have to be in my line for this contest, for this blitz. Now, it gets even better because I know some of you just said, oh, but wait, I heard the news on Monday. I heard the news on Sunday. I heard the news on Tuesday, and I reactivated somebody. No problem. We're going to count them too. I heard the news on Monday. I got a new partner. It counts too. So I'm being actually extremely flexible with this, because even if you have a combination, let's say you brought new people, 2 new people, and you reactivated 1, that's your 3. So I'm making it fair for the new, the old, and anybody in between. And you will see the graphics. We'll have the graphics that come out, and we'll post it in your group so you can read all the details. What I will say is they have to stay active for 30 days. That means it has to go through, because it's going to end on the 22nd, which is next Thursday. It's a 7-day blitz. Next Thursday, it'll end. So these people have to stay active through their next cycle. So if they just come this month and then they cancel, that doesn't count. Okay? They have to go on to August, which means on the 23rd is when you will get your payouts. And guess what? That's the week of convention. So you have a little money in your pocket for convention. Okay? I'm excited about that. The directors are going to help me with that. What I'd suggest is if you reactivate somebody, just screenshot it, let us know, and we can look up their names and see all that good stuff, see how there's a schedule on that. But I'm excited. So that is our Blitz, 7-day Blitz for this week. So it's the 15th, the 22nd, it ends. Okay, you got it? All right, very good. So that's my biggest announcement right there. This coming Saturday is the locker room. Locker room. He's doing locker room part 2. So you want to plug into this. And you know what? This is a big event too. If you have someone who's seen the presentation and they're just not ready yet, get them on this event. They're going to hear about all the newest directors. They're going to hear their stories. They're going to be inspired. I'm telling you, this is some great stuff. And again, this is another one that I will say, okay, if it's a new person, if it's a guest, I might say, just come in for 15 minutes. Just hear 1 or 2 of the stories. Oh, I'm busy on Saturday. I don't have a whole hour. No problem. Just pop in and check it out. And what happens is people stay, of course. But definitely leverage that event. Let's see, what else is coming on? We do have more convention tickets, which is fantastic. They actually had to unlock some because the European contingent or their country is not letting them come to the US. So Planet Marketing refunded them their money, which opens up for more tickets. So no excuse. Let's go. Let's make it happen. And just like you don't judge for your people, just ask them about convention too. Don't, just like we said, don't judge for Super Saturday. Don't make up their schedule. Don't say, well, they have this going on, I'm not going to invite them. Invite them.
Can we ask questions?
Is that Helene? Just one
Yes.
second. Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can. 1 second. Let me see here on the announcements. There was one more thing that is coming up, of course, convention, and that is in your back office. I did find out that that particular hotel is full. The rooms are full at that hotel. I believe they're sold out. There might be some suite categories that are still available, but all of the others are sold out. So you got to either bunk with someone or find a hotel in that area. And also leverage the event. We have partners in Virginia. Those flyers are there. So if you have someone who's in that area, you can leverage the event and send your partners to meet our one-star director there as well. All right, now, Helene, you can come back. You had a quick question. There you are. I see you now. Yes.
Yes, you actually just answered it. I was asking about availability of the rooms for convention.
Yep. Get with McKenna. I think she has some solutions.
Okay.
Excellent. All right. Any other announcements, questions, comments, clarifications?
Director Dawkins.
Yes,
I'd like
ma'am.
everybody to save the date, August 14th. We don't quite know firmed up where it's going to be, but it's in California. And all of us want to get market share in California. So whether you are in California or you're working right now to build your relationships and connections with people in California, you definitely want to do that.
Thank you. You reminded me. It was on another piece of paper here I had jotted down. Columbia, Columbia, South Carolina. We are having a Super Saturday there, August 8th. Columbia, South Carolina is, for those of you that don't know, it's 3 hours away from Atlanta. It's closer to Augusta, Georgia, Greenville, South Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina isn't very far. So if you know anyone in those areas, what we experience in Atlanta will happen is, I said Saturday, it's actually a Sunday. We're going to have a Super Sunday there. And that is August 8th. There are flyers around for that. And then on August 21st, going up north, Baltimore, Maryland area. So anyone in Northern Virginia, maybe even Richmond might want to drive up. Philadelphia, New York might want to come down. It's going to be huge. Flyers are out for that, and you want to get people there. So yes, Columbia is on Sunday, and Maryland is on a Saturday. Thank you.
And good evening. We have a question in the chat from Sarah asking, what is a Super Sunday?
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, Super Sunday. Super Sunday or a Super Saturday is when we have a huge event. This one will be done with Mr. Bradley, who is the owner and visionary of Planet Marketing. The #1 income earner, Miss Natalie Graham, and she actually earns about $110,000 each and every month. And then the second money earner, Mr. Orlando Moore. And so what Super Saturday is, Super Saturday or Sunday, it's a training about your business. It is where you can also bring guests who have been pre-exposed to the business, and they can learn more about what we're doing. It is electrifying. You get the opportunity to meet others, meet your other business partners, your sideline partners, and it is a lot of fun and excitement. So thank you for asking that question, because we just assume, because we've been saying it so long, but we forget that new people come on, what is a Super Saturday or what is a Super Sunday? Thank you, Sarah. All right. Did I see Director Joyner? Were you coming in for something? I saw you unmuted.
Yeah, I was going to Director White confirmed he's going to be at all 3 of those events, Columbia, Maryland, and Beverly Hills.
Fantastic, fantastic. So he is the #3 income earner. He also happens to be my sponsor. So that means if you go or you attend or you're sending someone, you want to send them to him so he can take care of them and make sure that they get connected and get everything that they need. Thank you.
Hey, Director Dawkins.
Yes.
You said those flyers were out there, all those events in Team International as well?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes, with the exception of the 14th, I don't think they have the hotel yet. And so that flyer is not out, but we do know that date is going to be there.
Okay.
And awesome, awesome. Okay, wonderful. I'll be in Columbia. Very good. I see you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have for tonight. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you for spending your time, for sharing your lives, and for building your dreams with me. Have a fantastic evening. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.